user. So hope now you're clear about one-to-one relation and how to access using mongoose and everything. So let's just jump into this one-to-many relation. Okay, let's take an example of this user and book. Okay, user will have many books, and so saying that one instance of user will own multiple instances of book. Okay, and so basically as you see this user document will have these fields and book will have these fields, and here owner is nothing but user id. We can also call it as a owner id. So in multiple instances of a book that a single user owns, we are going to store the same owner ID, because all these set of books are owned by user. Okay, he's the owner. Okay, so that's how like one-to-many relation comes in. Like user will have many comments. Okay, so multiple comments are owned by a single user. So meaning multiple columns, I mean multiple rows or multiple collections, instances of collections are owned by a single user here. Okay, so that's where you have to use one-to-many relations. Okay, a user will have many comments. User can post some many articles. User can publish many articles. These kind of many real-time examples you can use this one-to-many relationship. And it again different, depends on your project requirements. And user can have only one book. Okay, I'm just saying, like assuming that user can own multiple books, so then this one-to-many relation comes in. So let's just look into this how we can store these in MongoDB using Mongoose. Okay, so uh, here we have I just made a simple example for you guys. So let's copy paste this. So here see, as I already explained, it will have schema and model. I'm not going in detail. Let's take in a separate video if you like. Okay, so these are the book models, and just creating a two books and one user. Okay, and this user owns many books or user has many books. So I'm just going to store those user IDs, both book one and book two. Okay, like this, and user dot books dot push. So let's go to user schema for better understanding. So this is a schema. As you see, books is an array of objects. Okay, because user has many books. Okay, and if you just go to this book schema in mongoose, user book owns or book owned by user. Okay, so here we have only one owner, which is an object. Here we have books, which is an array of objects of books. Okay, so basically here books, you get to know what we store it here. I will just show in MongoDB. Okay, so here basically we are going to push the IDs. It's nothing but an array of book IDs. So here user.books.push. Okay, just we are, as I said earlier, we are going to store these primary keys as foreign keys in both the tables, so that we can access it in both the ways. So okay, I'm just going to save all these things. Okay, and so let's query. This is a save part. I have created two books and I have one user. I'm associated the user for both the books in both the ways, and so I'm just querying it. Okay, user model dot find. Okay, I'm just querying it by the first name, and I got the user object, and now we have this book object. Okay, so now we are got the user object and the book object. Okay, let's write some simple query over this one. User uh, or let's say, let's console it. Let's just send success, since it is an array. Yes. Let's quickly console this. Okay, books, user object dot books. Okay. um, let's see, it's restarting because of code changes. Now I hit this 3000 file. Let's see what it has been. See, it has given an array of objects where each object is a book. Okay. Let's see how it actually stored in MongoDB. Okay. db.users.find. Let's see, in one of the object we have this books. Okay. See, now books, only see this object because all those are the previous old objects. This is the object that we just stored. So now we have these two object IDs, right? Basically, here in MongoDB we store two object IDs in an array within the user table, and here within this books, if you see owner, in owner key we have this ID, basically the user ID. So now we have user object, we can access book, and let's say you have a book object. Okay, you want to access owner of it. So um, you can just do book object dot owner. Okay, you'll get owner. Okay, let's restart again. Let's hit it again. Let's make a request again. Now see, we printed the owner, as you see. Owner again, we have this. So basically, by storing these primary keys in the both the tables, we can take advantage of these things. Okay, so we can also store ID in only one table. For example, in book, we store the owner ID instead of storing the book IDs in the user. So in that case, it will be very difficult to manage or manage the code and write queries to fetch this that. So let's take advantage of this populating, which is provided by Mongoose, and just simple, right? Just find the object, just populate it, and you will just get the books there. So yeah, this is how one-to-many relation works. So and as you know, you might be aware what is this books is nothing but if you see like every ORM or ODM stores in the plural name of what you give here in the model. So if I go to book model, here I give the book, usually it is a plural of the book. If I give person, it is the people. If I give user, it is users. Okay, so you just need to query that in table. So you don't need to bother about how it actually stored in the DB unless it is really required. Okay, so that's it, one to many. So just make sure like how you design uh, fits to your requirement. As I said, there is no need to make a separate collection if you are sure, like for example, user owns only three images that tags in your project. So in those cases, you can just store it here directly in the user document saying images. Okay, so it will have array of image schema, array of image instances. So you don't need to really actually create a separate collection in those cases. So again, you can go through the subset patterns and official documentation. um, okay, if you again store everything within a single documents, read performance gonna suck. So it's not a good way. So that's it, one to many. This is one to many. Hope it is useful, and you saw like how we can store it in schemas. Okay, and we can refer the other collections.